Hi, fifth grade. Today we're going to be talking about realistic fiction for your remote learning practice lesson. I don't know why I did my quotations over here. Remote learning practice. Those of you that are at home doing remote learning, this is the time that fifth grade in school is practicing remote learning. So you guys are pretty much experts at this point practicing this. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. So today, once again, we're talking about realistic fiction. In class, before you guys are doing this remote lesson, we should have read the shared read, which is on page 23 in the workshop book, called A Fresh Idea. This story is a realistic fiction, and I always like to do this. I'll underline it, do it in green. Realistic fiction, which is a made-up story. So it's a story that could be real, but it's not. So we're going to talk about some of the characteristics of that and look at the shared read together, as well as you're going to find some examples as your exit slip. So some of the aspects of this, and I would like you to write this down in your reading notes section of your binder. So if you need to pause this, everything that should be underlined would be, let's see here. So everything that I have highlighted, so it would be the first point all the way to that last point, which starts with often includes illustrations, would be in your notes, as well as any examples. Okay, it says tells about characters, settings, and events that are like, underline that, like people, places, and events in real life. Okay, so it might not necessarily be a specific hockey game, but it could, I mean, that's an event that could really happen in real life, right? Another thing that it usually has dialogue and descriptive detail. So dialogue, I like to do this, dialogue. Okay, so whenever somebody talks, they'll have quotation marks around there, and that indicates that somebody is talking. Okay, so it usually has dialogue and descriptive details. So it gives details that help you visualize in your brain what is happening. Okay, characters look and act like real people would. Okay, so they're not going to do anything like any superpowers or anything. It would be normal things that you and I could do. Often includes illustrations that help you get to the characters. Setting. Oh, my computer's almost dead. We're all right. We'll make it. Okay. To help you get to the character, understand that character. So when you see those pictures, that gives you a better idea of, oh, this is what they're helping us visualize. So let's go ahead and look at the example here. Okay, so we have a fresh idea, and at this point, we know that all of their characters could be considered real. There might not be a specific person, place, or thing in real life, but they are realistic characters, as well as there is dialogue, right? So we have I can't wait until summer in quotation marks, and Molly would be talking. It's based in probably, it kind of seems like a small town, and that could be a real place. The whole situation could be a real situation, which shows that it's realistic as well. Okay, so looking at these different things, here's more quotations. Okay, so when we look back at our slides here, says find 3 examples of details, dialogue, or illustrations in a fresh idea that show you this is realistic fiction. Be ready to share with the class. So I'd actually like you to share on here. So I want you to comment what is at least 1 to 3 examples, and be specific. Include the page number and maybe a quote from that from the story on why that would be considered realistic fiction. If you can think of other examples, definitely let me know. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know, and we will also be talking more about this in class later this week.